Hi guys, this is Kim Rendino from Complete Creativity. I wanted to share a card with you and a peek at the new Newton's Nook stamp set, Simply Seasonal. I'm a huge fan of large scale sentiment, so I was really excited to get this in the mail and start playing with it. So here are two of the cards I made for the release. I have a Happy Thanksgiving and I also have a Happy Holidays. And you'll notice that awesome shine on there. That is because I used my Minc machine, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So today we're going to make a Happy New Year's card. Here we go. Taking a piece of, so I'm starting with a small piece of Spectrum Noir paper because we're going to do a little bit of Copic coloring, not much, but just a little. And I'm going to stamp that happy sentiment included in the Simply Seasonal stamp set with some MFT hybrid ink, which has quickly become one of my favorites. It's my go-to black ink right now. I'm going to get that stamped down, and then I'm going to grab the New Year sentiment and align that and stamp that too. So the next thing I'm going to grab is the star that's also part of the stamp set, and I'm going to stamp it randomly around the happy. I'm not going to worry about where they are. They're going to appear in the background because we're going to foil our word happy with the Minc machine. Now I'm going to grab the confetti, well actually it's not confetti, it's sprinkles, from the Summer Scoops Newton's Nook Design stamp set, and I'm going to use it today as confetti for our festive New Year's card. And I'm going to stamp that randomly here and there as well. Now I'm going to do some really quick Copic coloring, and actually the only thing that I'm going to use multiple shades of any color on are these stars, just because they're a little larger than the other items I used. I'm going to give you some music while I do the coloring, and I'll be back in just a few. All right, now we're getting to the fun part. I'm going to use the Heidi Swapp Minc Toner pen. I'm going to shake it up really good, and then I'm just going to trace over the happy with the marker. And what this does is going to give a surface for the foiling to stick to without me having to print on toner paper or use anything special. So basically I can foil my own words now, my own handwriting. So I set that aside to dry for a minute, and here I'm using some Simon Says Stamp white pigment ink and just kind of rubbing it over a embossed, red embossed background piece. And I gotta be honest, I don't love this. The white was a little too strong on this. You can see in the examples that I had of the other cards, it was a bit more subtle, but you know what? Sometimes you just have to roll with it. That's okay. So back to the foiling. Now my piece is dry, and you know, I don't know whether it really needs to be dry or not, but I just thought I would set it aside. So anyways, here we are putting it in the carrier sheet, and I'm going to use gold foiling. So I'm just going to lay that over top. and it's all ready to go. So I'm just going to run it through the Minc and speed that up a little bit for you. So this just takes a minute. I did speed it up a little bit, so. Once it comes out, you just have to let it cool just a second before you reveal it, which is the fun part. So here we go. If I can get it unstuck. There we go. So the big reveal. And it worked like a charm. I love, love, love how shiny this is. And it's really cool that it's flat, you know, unlike embossing powder. So I'm just going to mount it onto a piece of shiny, shiny gold cardstock just for a little extra oomph. So now we're ready to mount the piece onto the embossed background. And I'm going to use foam tape to do that. Sorry for my camera shake here. Yeah, this is my first ever video. I don't know if anybody knew that, but yes, my first ever video, and I had a little bit of technical difficulties there. Not to mention that my craft mat is quite diagonal and it's a little distracting, but you live and you learn, and next time hopefully my video will be a little bit better. So I'm just trimming down my foam adhesive and I'm going to peel it back, and we're almost done with this card. I'm just going to fiddle with it and get it lined up just right. I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm going to score my cardstock to make a top folding card, so I'm scoring at 5.5. And here's one of my favorite craft tools. This is a Teflon bone folder, and if you haven't ever used one, I highly recommend it. It doesn't leave the shiny marks on your cardstock, which was a pet peeve of mine. So all that's left is we're going to just mount this focal panel onto our cardstock. Here we go. And our trio of holiday cards are now complete. So you could actually make a whole set of these. You could give them away. You could just have them on hand. I think the next one I make is going to be a birthday one. I'm going to pull the word birthday from another Newton's Nook stamp set. And I think maybe balloons. I think I'll use balloons. So there's all 3 of the cards. And thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to see more videos, click the subscribe button below. And for more photos, please visit my blog at completecreativity.blogspot.com. There's also a giveaway going on for this stamp set, so be sure to check out the Newton's Nook Designs blog to find out how to win.